Sweet. So yeah, I don't know if any of you guys had a quick glance at the AI generated recap, but that's quite cool. I'll probably just use that because it's easier than typing up my own stuff from memory. I'll give it.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to see the podcast now.
What do you mean?
You can upload a transcript to Google and it'll give you a podcast of a
Mm,
back and forth discussing what you upload.
incredible. It could probably totally.
Wow.
The problem is there's a heap of wacky words that it probably can't pronounce. Which, hey, it would probably just make it more funny, right? But yeah. I'll just quickly like read through it anyway, just in case people haven't read it. So last time it was you were departing the mine after making your deal with Nelfandris the Banished. You collapsed the entrance to the mine just to sort of wall it off, block it off, as part of the agreement that at some point later down the line, you might come back to the mine and use it for yourselves. You stayed the night on the mountain and then headed off down. You were ambushed by a couple of tigers and what turns out to be a chimera that was chasing those tigers, who turned its attention to you, had a little battle, and killed it, chucked it on the back of your wagon, and hauled it all the way back to town. You got to the city and found that the entrance was buzzing with people being turned away. There was a big crowd being gathered and many more soldiers than usual who were turning people away unless there were official documentation allowing people to enter. With the classic Valoran persuasion rolls, you were able to talk your way through as under the, well, not even necessarily the guys, under the very valid membership to the Green Griffins Guild, and a bit of smooth talking, they let you on through. And within, you found that the city had been embroiled in what appeared to be riots for the past few days. Unsure as to why or what had happened, but you found the city in disarray. There was graffiti everywhere, broken windows, rubble, and posters that had been sort of hung up in places around the city, a few of them being torn down. You grabbed a couple of the posters yourselves and headed to directly the Fur and Fang, which was where you planned to take the Chimera with the hopes of harvesting some of the materials. Upon reaching there, you had a bit of a discussion, and you learned that the reason why the city had fallen to disarray was because someone had broken into the Bastion, the main military building at the north of the military way. Someone had broken in and stolen a bunch of the notes and communications and letters and put together some dossiers, which were these posters essentially that were put up around the city that sort of outlined just horrendous treatment and plans for the citizens, things like increased taxes to support the war efforts, mandatory conscriptions, and people being taken as prisoners just for no cause, essentially, to be sent to work on the Skyreach project, or what you would assume to be the Skyreach project. And hence, yeah, the city revolted. The people rose up and started fighting back. After learning all of this, you left the Chimera with Gara and Kira at the Fur and Fang, so that they could spend a bit of time with it to determine how many, I guess, parts could be extracted for sale. And you went to the Green Griffins to inform them of the results of the Ruby Falls gold mine mission. The sort of the head patron in this particular branch of the Green Griffins, he was happy to take what you'd said under advisement, in the sense that we know actually what happened there, right? But we're going to sort of pretend like we don't. The mine is abandoned, it's been broken down, nothing we can do. Basically too bad to the guy that hired the Griffins. Might be a bit of a reputational hit for the Griffins, as they technically failed the mission, but in the longer term, potentially a lot more profitable, because now there is a gold mine up for grabs. Other than that, I guess that was where we basically left off. Late in the evening, probably a few hours before midnight, you were gathered around inside the Green Griffin building, just discussing the events of the day, as the dim light from the the fire's sort of just crackling away in the background. And I'll kick it over to you guys to decide what you want to do for the rest of the evening or whatever.
Currently, where are we?
In the Green Griffins, yeah, inside the sort of the main hall, beside the big log fire.
Right.
We agreed we're going to stay here the night, didn't we? Or are we going to go find a hotel?
I don't know. I was gonna head up to the temple and hit up the high priest and potentially stay there the night, but
Oh yeah,
sure.
I was gonna come, wasn't I?
Yeah, you can come along. Up to you what you want to do. But yeah, we can all meet here in the morning. It's nightfall has come. Is Valerian in earshot?
I'm kind of here. Probably not much use up at the temple.
Do you want to test out those walkie-talkie rocks? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I should. When we get a quiet moment, I'll pull one out and send a message to Baron Lord. What's his name?
Governor Talos.
That's it. We probably need to book a time for a chat because I know you can't just pick it up and answer it constantly. So.
I remember it was like he picks it up at a certain hour in the evening every day to check or something like along the lines of that.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember when.
Well, the way that sending stones work, you speak into it and you send a message, no more than 25 words. It doesn't arrive instantly. The stone will sort of...
Wait, what?
Like, well, so
This
it will
is
arrive. It will arrive instantly, but like you don't have to be there to listen to it.
It's like
when you come across a
convenient.
stone, it'll be indicating that there is a message there, and then you can grab it and listen to it. Yeah.
So it's a magic pager.
Kind of, yeah. At least that's how
now.
I like to think of it, because otherwise it's kind of bullshit. Because like you could send a message to someone who's asleep and you just get no response, which would be kind of unsatisfying.
Fair enough.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
What is it, 25 words?
Yeah.
Just got back to town. Absolute. Is clusterfuck one word or 2 words?
Shit show.
You could
Shit show.
hyphenate
Shit show.
Yeah. You could hyphenate it and maybe convince the gods that it counts as one.
Clusterfuck out there. Things under control on your end? Question mark. And I'll leave it at that.
Does he know who it's from? Like from which stone, or do you have to sign off on it, or like does it say? From
If you know
sender?
the person, then you know who it is. If you don't know the person, then you won't.
Hey, don't we have like 6 of these stones? Can't we just leave him
No.
like separate messages?
That is a good point.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
So yeah, you have a little box, right? And it's got a latch with a lid. If you pop open the lid, there's like these little compartments, these wooden compartments, and there's like one stone in each of them, with like a little label for the intended destination.
Maybe you can mess around with all of them, Valorant. send 6
Oh god.
messages.
That's my point. If you need more words, we have extra stones.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I think that was enough words.
Awesome. So as you pick up the stone in your hand, when you start to focus on it, you see just a few sort of lines of purple magic start to crawl and spiral its way around it as you're speaking into it, and then just the weave sort of expands and disappears into nothingness, and the stone goes dim again, ready to be used on the next day. Alrighty. You wait for a moment, but you don't get a message back.
Yep. I'm happy to camp the night here with the stones. We just went on a long mission and fought griffins and stuff. I want to get drunk.
True. And there are
don't
people around in the hall. There are a few, griffins, rough-looking guys and a few girls who are sitting around drinking. If you wanted to join in with the merriment, you can.
Mm-hmm. And take the time just to get a feel for the griffins, because we haven't actually we've worked for them, we haven't done much with them.
Yeah.
Get a feeler on what their mood is, what they think of what's going on, etc., etc., etc. Okay,
cool. So you can meet there are two people, if you like to go and introduce yourselves. There are two people over to the side. There's a halfling woman who looks sort of middle-aged, who will introduce herself as Vera Loris. She's got sort of curly brown hair and a mischievous glint in her eye. You'll learn that she is in charge of this branch's finances and supplies. Doesn't do so much of the outdoor adventuring work, but more just manages the internal affairs. And Rena is a half-elf man. He's got a bow. He's known for scouting and ranging in jobs, and so you can chat with him a bit. The general sentiment is usually the Griffins are quite independent from any sort of political movement. They're there to do their work, right? They don't care one way or the other. But you can tell they have of late started to get quite frustrated with things. The Empire starting to meddle and make things more difficult for them in the sense of restricting the passage in and out of the city is bad for business. And also they, I guess, are decent people, and to see the citizens of the world start to, get the foot stamped even tighter down upon them, they're definitely starting to feel a bit disgruntled about that, and are within the walls of the guild itself happy to express their frustration. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Alrighty.
If old mate's a scout, I'd probably say we're probably heading north soon. Anything we should watch out going that way?
North. Well, not much along the road until you get to the Darkwood, right? That town that just borders the Darkwood there. Old Lighthaven, right? Strange town, that place. Very standoffish folk. Probably just be a bit cautious to not express your sentiment too openly. You never know those, the allegiance of those people. And as for the woods themselves, you don't know anyone over
there, do you?
Say again, sorry?
You don't know anyone at Lighthaven, do you?
Oh, a few merchants, a few, some of the taverns and stuff like that I've been to a couple of times. I haven't spent a lot of time there myself. A few people I might just roughly recognize. Why do you ask?
Oh, just I need to get in touch with the merchants there again. It's been a while.
Okay. Well, I can tell you where they are in the city if you like, but it sounds like you might potentially already know where they are if you're trying to get back in touch.
Yeah, just curious if they're all still there.
As far as I've heard,
Riv, how long have we been since we got on the we're all kidnapped and thrown on the boat?
I can tell you exactly. Give me one moment.
What if all of us weren't kidnapped?
It's nearly 2 months. Yeah.
Nearly 2 months, cool.
About 2 months.
You haven't been back to Lighthaven in the last 2-3 months, have you?
No, not in the last couple of months, no, sorry.
Okay, no worries then.
But other than that, other than the people, just be cautious of the wood as well. Plenty of monsters out there. We've had our fair share of monster hunting expeditions to track down some beast that killed someone's child or family member. Yep, it's a dangerous place in there.
Scary.
And how about yourselves? What is your history where have you come from? I recognize that you are new to this particular branch.
We're goblin hunters from Darmouth.
Excellent. Wow, I did actually hear there was a there was a tribe of goblins near there. You cleaned them out, did you?
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
Squeaky clean. Even the head honcho was a big hobgoblin.
Wonderful.
Then I point to Valerian's back, who's got the. Did you pawn that sword, or you kept it?
I'm still holding on to it.
Yeah, we got that from him. He had a big, nice sword.
Ah, it looks incredible, actually, doesn't it? Very well made. Do you mind if I have a look at it?
Go ahead. I've actually been trying to track down the original owner. And point out the V marking on it.
Curious, yeah.
I was told it was northern make, I believe.
Does seem to be similar to the style of the Northerners, indeed, yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. Give me 1 second. Kiwi. I will. I'll do this actually because why not? So let me go and track down my notes about this bloody sword.
Wait,
Use
roll
that-
initiative, you mean?
What
No,
is
no.
Nat 20.
I was rolling for the dude to see if he'd recognize it.
I meant for the firebolt.
Just looking at it.
Donda shoots a firebolt into the roof.
I'm guessing I noticed him.
Haven't cast it.
Recognizing it in some description.
Yeah.
Former member?
Don't think
Maybe.
so. It
Former
looks,
clan.
it looks
family,
more
clan.
like the sort of weapon that would be forged for royalty, to be honest. This V. I don't know who the current governor there is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it. If it didn't actually come from, if not the castle itself, if one of the family members, see the designs here, and he points to some like very specific like etching and around the hilt. Your average adventurer or warrior wouldn't request something like this being built. It's clearly very intentionally designed with specific embellishments. This looks like it was made for someone royal or someone very important. Can't tell you exactly who, but all the clues I'm looking at point to royalty.
Royalty ending up in a goblin cave is probably a weird one.
That's very curious.
Keep a note on that when we end up that way. I might poke in the castle and see what people say.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how you play that one. Whether you'll whip it out and show everyone, or if you take a more subtle approach. But either way, very curious to hear how that goes.
I guess it depends on whether we need a job in the castle or not.
True. There's a Green Griffin branch up there in Valoran, as far as I'm aware. They might be able to help you.
Well, I'm sure we'll end up there at some stage. Appreciate the information.
Yeah, no worries. And he starts drinking from his mug again. Alrighty.
Trying to find where my journal is to make a note.
So Donda, who are you shooting your firebolt at?
I'm not shooting it at anyone.
Good. Very good.
I was trying to get it into the chat.
Alright, anyone else? What else are we doing tonight?
I look at Erendor. You're gonna see your dad, right, tonight? I think.
Potentially. I think it might be good to actually go and talk to the Ravens to see what the hell happened in the city. They might have more information, I would assume. If not them being the direct cause. Might head over there. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow sometime. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Alright. Well, Donda, if you want to come, I'm gonna head to the temple if it's dark enough, if it's sundown.
Yeah, it's a couple of hours before midnight.
Yeah, let's go.
11 p.m.-ish.
Wait, it's a couple of... Oh, okay, so it's night now already.
Yeah.
Alright.
You arrive in the city sort of in the middle till late afternoon, and it takes a good couple of hours to get across the city.
Just gonna check my bag and see if I got some rope. Oh yeah, I remember buying some more rope. Okay, sweet. I'll pull out the... What is it? What's in my climber's kit? Oh. I just pull up my 50 feet of hempen rope, and I whisper in Dondar's ear. It's dark, the streets are going to be patrolled. I think I might try and, like, transform into a big spider and crawl along the rooftops if you want to strap yourself to my back.
Well, alright then.
Did you whisper that to
Yeah, I did.
Donda? Okay.
Yeah. What's your thought?
Well, if you can do it without spending a spell slot, perfect.
Yeah. No, I can. I have some druid features, abilities that allows me to do this.
As long as you're not tossing me, then that's all good.
No. Is there let's see. Can I ask is Rena the half elf male?
Yeah.
Does the Griffins have like a courtyard or somewhere sort of like a space where I can
Like a sparring area or something?
Yeah, that has access to the open air.
Yeah, you go straight out behind the building. There's a courtyard out the back that some of us like to spar and practice archery, things like that.
Alright, we're just gonna pop out. We're gonna be back later.
Alright. What, you mean you're going out now?
Yeah.
Okay, be careful.
Thanks for the advice. Come on, Donda, let's go.
Alright.
Does anyone else want to come?
I don't think I'm going to be very sneaky through the city at night.
Alright.
What's the plan at the temple again?
I'm gonna try and convince the high priest for me to try and perform a ritual to convince them that there is a greater god.
Yeah, I'm
So we're going to participate in heresy.
Yeah, sorta.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Alright, no worries. Enjoy yourself here. Keep your ears about. There might be some gossip around town.
Alright. You can start making your way to that back door. And as you start to get ready to push your way out, there's a cloaked figure just sitting at a table nearby that you would have seen them before. They're not trying to hide necessarily, but they're keeping to themselves. Under the hood, you can see purple skin, and as you start to head out, you just hear a female voice say, "Just where do you think you're going then?
For a walk?
You going for a walk out there? This time of the night?
Yeah.
You know about the curfew, right?"
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
She lifts up and pushes the hood back, and you can see there are she's got purple skin and long black hair, where it's completely shaved on one side and just cascading down her shoulders on the other side, and two horns that are sort of straight and angled back over the top of her head. She's got like bright blue piercing eyes that are like too bright for normal eyes, and just behind her just a massive greatsword that is just like the size of her. And you can see now as she's like starts to sit up, just like muscles they're pretty stern looking muscles. And she just like sits up and just looks at you like, all right then, if you get into trouble, just make sure you don't bring it back here, yeah?
Yeah,
You want to come?
I promise.
Absolutely not. I'll stay here with my drink, thank you very much, but all the best of luck, I guess. The exit's that way, by the way, and she points back to the front entrance.
Is it? Do I know it's the right entrance? Is it the entrance we came in?
Yeah, there's the entrance you came in.
I go to the sparring because it's got access to the roof, right? As in like to the
Yeah,
sky.
it's outside behind the building, through the courtyard. Yep.
I just nod. I go, thank you, and I head the way I'm supposed to go.
She lifts up her mug and just gives you an eyebrow as you head out. Out into the cloudy and slightly rainy skies. You can see sort of like the glow of city starting to just sort of pour over some of the rooftops from lanterns and potentially burning rubble from clashes and conflicts. But here you are, out under the rain and the sky. What do you want to do?
Perfect.
Just like home.
The rain is gonna piss off the guards because they're not gonna want to patrol in the rain, I bet. And we'll just get a bit wet. How do you feel about that, Donda?
I've had worse.
All right, I hand him my 50 feet of rope, and I say, make yourself some sort of strap. I mean, rope saddle thing, and then I transform into a giant spider. No, it's a giant spider. What spiders can I?
Giant spider, CR1 beast.
No, I need to see. It's a different spider. How do I see the CR? I think it's a wolf spider.
Giant wolf spider, maybe?
The giant wolf spider. What's the CR in this thing?
Yeah, giant wolf spider is a it's in the thing. It is a CR quarter.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that.
You can do what's your druid level?
2.
Oh, you're only druid level 2, eh? So yeah, I think your CR is actually like half, isn't it?
Yeah, I can do half, up to half, but giant spider is like 1, right?
Giant spider is CR1, yeah.
Yeah, the biggest spider is a giant wolf spider, which is should be able to. I think it's a
giant wolf
medium.
spider is only medium, which is the same size as you.
Can I carry Donda though?
Let's have a look. This is potentially not quite as easy as you thought it would be. Now that you shapeshift into a giant wolf spider.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that Dondar is small.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check the size of dwarves. Are they small creatures?
Well, he could walk between Valerian's legs before.
Yeah. Where is it? Say dwarf notes.
Unless you're a big
Size
dwarf.
there, but no, dwarves are size medium, between 4 and 5 feet tall, average 150 pounds. So it will be a lot of strength checks probably.
Am I more or less than average though? That's the question.
Well, it's up to you. You could make
are
a
you
decision
heavy?
right now and be forever a tiny dwarf for the rest of the campaign. But,
Well, I do have a modest stool,
yeah.
but I don't think I've ever sat in.
What do you reckon?
I don't know if this helps, but
I don't
a
think I'm
wooden
small
creature
enough to
that
be
is
carried.
one size larger than you that has an appropriate anatomy can serve as a mount. Is a giant
Yeah.
spider large or medium?
It's only medium.
Medium.
So but it'll be a bit of a squeeze probably.
Well, I could always burn a spell slot and make the giant spider fly. Could he carry me then?
Yeah, I guess you could.
It's basically the same thing, right? Like,
I'm saying giant spider is large.
oh, sorry. So it's giant wolf spider is what he's going for because he's only,
giant wolf.
he's
Yeah,
only
wolf
druid
spider.
level 2.
Yeah.
So he can only get up to half. So it's a giant wolf
gotcha.
spider. Yeah. Like you can carry a person the same size as you. It's just going to be exhausting, and so would need some strength rolls or constitution rolls eventually to see if you can carry on carrying them. So it's possible. It's just going to be a bit tricky potentially.
So how far away is the temple?
Well, quite far. The city's big, and you're way on the other side.
Alright, let me... So I've already transformed, yes?
I mean, Kai has obviously seen a giant wolf spider before. You tell me. Do you think he would have transformed first to try and size it up, or do you think he would have? Why don't you just like roll me an intelligence check, beat a 12, and if you beat a 12, then you're smart enough to sort of like measure it out in your mind.
Alright, give me a sec. I will try and... Standard intelligence?
Yeah, just d20 plus your int mod. Yeah, no problem. So you sort of just measured it out in your mind and just kind of considered that probably not quite big enough. So yeah, what else would you like to do?
I am considering... Is there a door that heads outside from here?
From this
Or do I have to
courtyard,
go-
no, enclosed walls. If you want to get back out into the main street, you want to go back through and out the main entrance.
Alright. Plan B, Donda. I'm gonna... We need to go back to the front door, and I'm gonna turn into an elk instead.
A what?
It's a big
A
deer.
moose?
A big deer. A moose. Yeah, moose.
Can it fly?
Unless you can make it fly if you want it to fly, but I'll be able to carry you since I'll be a big moose.
They're not the most agile creatures, are they?
I wouldn't say agile, but they are fast. I can travel at...
A large cat surely would be.
Nah,
To roof.
elk can move at 50 feet. 50 feet? 50 feet of movement speed?
You have seen a chimera recently.
It's too strong. Too strong. I'm not that strong.
It's also not a beast.
All right, sure. Let's be the talk of the town.
All right, you head back
Or-
through.
Or you could be a riding horse. I can turn into a riding horse, and that's a bit faster. 60 feet per sec per 50, yeah, 60 feet movement speed.
It's up to you, man. But as you head back through, the girl, the tiefling there with a mug, oh, you're back so soon, yeah? As you,
Yeah, just-
push on through.
Just warming up to, yeah, had to try something out in my mind. It didn't kind of work out, so we got to go. We'll take your advice and go through the front door.
Fair enough. And you-
Good advice, by the way.
Yeah, she nods. Okay. You're back out onto the main street again. Looking up and down the street, you can see far off to the north, just the tips of the top of the bastion poking out above some of the roofs. There are a few torches hanging out from some of the buildings, just sort of flickering and providing a bit of ambient light. And here and there you can see someone at a window, that pulls a shutter closed. There's actually one person down there that just dips into an alleyway and disappears. And then like far off to the south, it looks like you can see potentially a group of people carrying torches, probably quite far to see. Roll a perception check for me.
I could make you invisible, Kai.
Oh, that's a mad idea. But can you do that after I transform? Like,
I don't see why not. If you can
Because
drink
it-
a potion.
yeah, because like if I'm invisible, you're not going to be able to get on me. Like you can't
Why
see.
not?
Because I'll be invisible.
I can still feel you. You're an elk, not an octopus. And anything you carry is also invisible.
That's
So
true.
I'd be invisible.
Mm,
Is that how
Yeah.
no, I'm afraid not.
Oh, come on, it's Carrie. He's carrying me. I am attached to him.
What did we just roll? Oh, perception check. Yeah,
you
cool,
told
sorry.
me to do a
sorry, I was
perception
just-
check.
I got distracted by the glorious conversation. At this distance, it's difficult to kind of tell what the group of people is far down at the southern end of the military way. But here you are out on the street. What are we up to, guys?
Can I pop around the corner if there's a shadowy corner? of some
There's an
sort?
alleyway up the side of the Green Griffin building.
All right, follow me, Donda. We're going to the alley.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
when I get there, I'm gonna lay on the wet ground, and then you'll just have to stand, like, on my back.
Stand on your back. All right.
All right, and I prepare. Once we get there, I'll do that, and I prepare to transform into an elk.
Okay.
Why am I on your back before you transform?
So you don't have to climb up.
Okay.
How are you gonna?
You're already lying on the ground.
I know, but when I transform, I turn
You'll be
into a.
standing.
So Kai
No.
is lying face down on the ground. Donda
Yeah.
stands on his back. Unless Donda doesn't want to stand on his back.
What he's saying
Odd
is you're too
status.
short to climb up.
I'm gonna transform into a large beast. I emphasize large.
All right. Am I still wearing my rope and harness?
I guess
Should
so.
I attach that to you?
You can try.
Yeah. All right.
Kai's getting all wet in the ground as the rain is starting to pool up the alleyway.
Like,
Donda stands
it-
on his back, and Kai shapeshifts. What does your elk look like, Kai?
Turns into a large moose with magnificent antlers.
Yeah.
With like smooth, silky fur.
Nice.
Wet fur,
Yeah.
actually.
What color?
Gray. Gray like
Nice.
the night.
Nice, beautiful grey elk. Massive antlers with like 7 or 8 different branches of horns that sort of that spike off to the sides. And as you start to transform up, Donda, give me an acrobatics check. Or an acrobatics saving throw, I should say. Dexterity saving throw. As this large form starts to appear beneath you, and you clutch to try and hold on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, super good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a
You don't even tilt her. You don't even nearly fall off. Dundar is a sturdy little man, and he holds on perfectly fine. And you find yourself standing on the back of a large grey elk. All right.
Natural sprinter.
Indeed. Well, what do you do, Kai?
Well, are we going with old rules or new rules with the ability to speak as animal form?
Does the 2024 rule say you can speak?
Yeah, you can speak in English, like
No
in the
shot.
language, in the English. But yeah, I can
Hang
go
on.
with old and just like grunt as a elk if you want. Yeah.
I think we probably stick with old. I actually have the new handbook. I caved and bought it. So I'm just going to quickly check that because that seems insane to me. Yeah. So yeah, you can't really speak, unfortunately.
All right, we're going with.
I can burn a level 1 spell slot and understand anything you say, though. If you have a language, I suppose.
Elks don't have language.
So if a creature can, are you talking about which spell?
Comprehend languages.
Yeah. Okay. I think you would need to speak with animals to talk to an elk.
It's a separate one? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
It is a
separate.
one.
It's
more
yeah,
of a
it's
druid
separate.
spell. It lets you speak to animals because comprehend languages. The creature needs to understand a spoken language, I believe.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the way I understand it.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking at the book. You can shapeshift. You can stay in your form for half your druid level. You can use it twice. Challenge rating. I don't see anything here that talks about. Oh shit! Here we go. Rules while shapeshifted. While in the form, you retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak. What? Surely that ability to speak means like.
Like, hello, I'm an elk.
or like if someone is like talking to you in your mind or something, you can speak back. Like you don't just become stupid. Surely.
No,
Because
become
like, what if you turn into an animal that doesn't have like lungs or something? You know, like a spider doesn't have the ability to speak words.
That's a good point. I was thinking more like Shrek, like the donkey, you know.
Yeah, there's no need to bring physics into this.
This is
wild.
D&D.
Yeah.
But yes, I grunt as an elk, and I kind of like slowly shake my head, so you notice the antlers if you want to try and grab on for extra support.
Should I rope onto your antlers? Like, how big are you compared to me?
I'm like, if you're medium, I'm one size bigger than you. What does one size bigger mean? Like double? Is a medium double size? I mean,
Large
is
is
large.
one size bigger than medium.
So if medium is 5 feet, I am 10 feet.
You picked an elk, right?
Yeah, it's large.
Yeah, it's like it would take up two 5-foot squares on the map. So yeah, like sort of 10 feet-ish long,
So
probably.
am I 10 feet tall as well?
Maybe
Like a
probably
like
not
a
quite.
like a moose.
Yeah, like if you
mooses are
stood up,
big.
if you stood like
Yeah.
10 feet's pretty tall. That's like the height of the average room. But if you like reared up onto your hind legs, you probably would be. I'd say you're probably like 5 to 7 feet tall, just standing flat.
All right, I will stand up since I was laying down on my all fours.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just get ready to go to the temple, I suppose.
Okay. So you're just gonna like blast it down the main streets, full sprint.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's use special action. Let's just charge through.
Okay.
God.
All right. You clatter your hooves down into the main military way, racing down south, just bursting out of this alleyway like an arrow shot from a bow. Donda holding on for dear
Would
life.
it be that much clatter?
Elk
He's not
or-
wearing horseshoes.
Oh, I mean the hooves are pretty sturdy, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
And yeah, you're barreling down the road, moving very fast. So you're going 50 feet, which is about twice the speed of a normal person. So at this pace, you'll be able to get to the next way in about 15 minutes at this speed. And so you blast. The rain is like splashing Dondar in the face. He's got his rope. Do you have like a rope lashed around Kai to like help hold on better or something like that?
I think it would have been wise at this point, yeah.
Yeah. So you're like holding on for dear life. That rope is good. I won't require an athletics check because of that, to be able to hold on. But yeah, you are blasting. As you get down to the main causeway and you start heading east, that group of people you saw now a bit closer does appear to be a group of soldiers. And you see one very bright shining red cloak in amongst them. And they are all turning and they're looking at you. And they're like, what? You hear like some shouts, what is that? Get quickly, fire! And the couple of them turn around, get their crossbows out and start launching them at you. They're quite far away at this point, so I'm going to take 3 shots at you with disadvantage.
All right.
As you are blasting down. Okay, hang on.
Being on an elk is probably good, because if you're on a horse like you thought, you would have been faster, but they know how to deal with people on horses. Nobody is trained to deal with elk cavalry.
What the hell is an elk?
If I take hits, can I absorb the energy of a arrow impact?
No, absorb elements is only elemental damage.
Aww.
I have to say, this is not how I saw this session going, but that's great. We got a 10 plus like 2 or something. Ooh, that 13 might hit. Let me actually check the stats.
I think the 10 hits and the 13 hits.
Really? I see 10. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, armor class is 10 on the elk. Wait, do I keep my armor class? Or do I get the elk armor class?
You get the elk armor class. Okay. The 10 hits. Wait, the first one, right. First one was 10, that hits. Yeah, okay. Okay, alright, well, two attacks, I guess.
Oh no.
Oof. 1 arrow hits you for 8 damage.
Oh my god. I'm on 5 HP.
The second arrow comes and pierces you just in like your rear flank.
I whinny. I'm like, "Arr!" Oh, I'm still alive.
Oh.
I'm on 2 HP.
The first arrow smashes you just up in your front, right in your chest. The second one gets you into your rear flank, barely missing Dondar's leg. Blood flying out into the rain now and pouring onto the streets, but you keep on clattering down, and the guards come running along behind you, calling out, screaming, "What? Stop that!" But you're way too fast. You're leaving them in the dust, and you're barreling down the causeway now. And, Dondar looking left and right, you can see, other groups of soldiers further on down each of the side streets, but you're leaving them in the dust. Now, I need someone to roll me a d20, because this is going to determine where a particular patrol is going to be as you're barreling down this causeway when you get to the... before you roll it, before you get to the Royal Way, you wanna roll high.
Go ahead, Donda. I am running enraged because my rump is pierced twice.
Yeah. And are you just continuing to blast?
Yeah, I'm just running with the adrenaline.
Okay, 17's good. So you get to the Royal Way, large intersection here. And looking further up the north of the railway, you can see there was another group of soldiers that were very close to coming out onto the causeway. And had they just come a little bit sooner, they would have been standing right in front of you. But you're lucky. You're lucky, and you just barrel on past them. A bullet in the night, just a flash of grey fur with blood pouring behind. And you hear yelling voices in surprise and shock as you go blasting on through, but you're too quick for them to react, and you blast on through the Royal Way. Any other actions you want to take at this point?
If I perceive any incoming, what's it called, obstructions that I can break, I'd like to ram them to continue charging through.
Okay.
If there's like barricades and stuff.
Yeah. No barricades out here on the causeway, but as you know, this road is nice, large, and straight. And the next structure, the next landmark, I should say, that you're going to come across is Valina's Bridge, large and angling its way up and over the river. It's now probably, shall we say, 500 feet out from you, and you're barreling towards it. What do you do?
Wait. Are we invisible, Donda?
No. What you with?
Might want to make me invisible for now.
Hey, you guys aren't allowed to talk.
Oh fuck! I didn't say anything. I just
think that to myself.
I'm just grunting. I'm just grunting
you
as
can
an
grunt.
elk in pain.
Donda, what are you doing at this point? Your mount has been shot with arrows. You're barreling down the middle of a hostile city. What are you thinking, Donda?
Just remember, you have reins of some sort.
Well, I'm just thinking that how dumb the class system is. I can't heal you.
This always was his life, dude, in every game.
I mean, I would probably... I'd probably yell to Kai to ditch into the river.
Alright.
Because we need to escape at this point, and running into more soldiers isn't ideal. So, if you think you can swim, yeah, Kai, jump in the water maybe to get away.
I yell, "Jump into the water!"
I turn. Is the river to my left or my right?
Directly in front of you. You're heading down the causeway. You're 500 feet out from Valina's Bridge.
I do a gallant jump into the river.
So you're just gonna blast, and you're gonna take a quick veer away from the bridge, and you're just gonna go to the railing and just jump over.
Yeah, just jump over. I will roll whatever.
Okay. Well, before you get there, there are soldiers on this bridge. They are heavily guarding this bridge, as it is the only passage across the river between the different sections of the city. And hearing this loud commotion barreling their way towards them, a few of them pop out. There are, in fact, 2 soldiers up on top of the archways that sort of go over as the main supports. And they turn and they see this elk bleeding with a dwarf on the back, running straight in their direction. They're not going to ask questions, they're going to fire at you. So we're going to get another couple of shots. At this point...
Can I fireball now?
You tell me, dude.
Well, as soon as I see them see me, I want to fireball however I can do the most damage.
Okay. So
to get them away, to stop them shooting at me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So there are two, so like the...
Like how wide is the causeway?
Yeah, so the causeway is quite large. The bridge itself, it's got one of those sort of like arched supports that run all the way along the length of it. And at each end are these sort of large stone pillars that form like the ends of the supports, and then the archway goes between them. These guards are up on top of these pillars. There's a way that they can climb up a ladder and get there for a good vantage point. And so you might be able to hit one of them, but they are separated across on that either side of the bridge. As you're barreling towards them, I probably actually need a perception check for you to see them, because rain splashing in your eyes, you're moving extremely fast.
Oh, they can see the elk being shot in the dark.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's an elk.
A dwarf with dark vision can't see them.
I mean, if you imagine, right, you're like moving extremely fast down the road, rain is like blasting you in the eyes, you're like adrenaline, and there's just happens to be two guys up on top of this bridge, like way up, 20, 30 feet up in the air. You might be able to see them, you might not be able to, but it's going to be a roll. Because like, why would you look up there to spot them necessarily?
Because we're coming at the bridge that we can see from a long far away.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, let's see if the perception check lets you spot it.
Do they have spot lights? They have flames?
No, they wouldn't be carrying torches up there. All right, 13's fine. So there are two guards up there, and they're going to be taking shots. And do you want them to fire a fire bolt or a fireball at one of them?
Fireball.
All right. Okay, so these will more or less.
My intent is to destroy one of the pillars, and ideally crash it into the other. But
Okay, holy. So as in you don't want to hit the dude on top. You want to like destroy the support of the bridge itself.
Well, not the. Like, what kind of a bridge are we talking? You're just making it sound like there's two stone pillars.
Yeah.
On the ground level, and then the bridge extends out from that.
Yeah. Let's do some drawing. So we got the bridge like this. You've got these big things like that, and then you've got this sort of thing.
Oh wow, that's advanced engineering.
Yeah. So these guys are. Like
Wait,
this.
That's the bottom.
It's the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and so
an interesting one. Right.
you're like here.
Yeah, I just want to bounce at least one of them off the pillars and hope that the other pillar will fall onto the other one. Like you said, there's two pillars side by side, right? Or is it just one on each side of the bridge?
Yeah, so this is like looking from the side. I guess if you're looking from top down, it would be like this. So if this is the bridge, there would be a pillar here and a pillar here.
Yeah.
And then there's the supports going this way.
Do we know what way the water's flowing?
Yes, it's flowing.
We've been here before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a very big bridge, if I recall.
Cool.
Yes, I remember it was a big bridge. Yes.
This is one of the most important landmarks in the city. It's been here for generations.
All right. Well, I want to try and knock out the pillar to the right on that drawing.
Okay. So, like aiming for the pillar itself or for the dude on top?
Well, both ideally. It's a 20. Like, how big is the pillar? I've got a 20-foot fireball.
Yeah, I mean, it probably it's massive. It probably goes up like 50 or 60 feet.
Jesus Christ!
To the big.
So he's 60 feet above me.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the chances of him being able to hit from that distance?
Oh, crossbows have a range, I think, of like 300 at the max.
Crossbows. God. All right, yeah, I'm just trying to kill him then.
400 feet, actually. All right. And easy enough.
One less thing to shoot at us when we're in the water.
Yeah. So fireball has a long range, so I will give the dude a saving throw. What's your DC? It must be higher than that, eh? If you chuck your fireball in the chat, it'll tell us, I think.
Yeah, chuck the fireball. Oh, he fails.
14. He fails. All right, roll your damage.
Oh, there it is.
Oh god, he's roasted.
31. Well. Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll be fair to you guys. How can I show you this? So if you have a quick look in your, will this be notes in the notes section? This is how much health this guy has. However.
What? Notes?
Yeah, in the notes section in Discord.
On Discord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the structure take damage and
if it's
crumble?
being aimed for the top, then probably not.
Like, is there a roof on it that falls on him or whatever?
No, he's out in the open. So if you would have seen from that on the screenshot, he has 32 health by default. This guard does. However, I haven't rolled his HP. I normally roll all of the minions because there's a variance.
Sorry, what die did I get? I got a 1. So that
Oh,
counts as
he can re-roll ones.
I'm fire adept.
Ooh.
I didn't
Treat
see
any damage on any one.
I thought I saw some ones in there, but
All right.
There's 1-1.
Yep.
I think.
So just roll a d6.
What? I don't re-roll it, do I? You treat any 1 on a damage die as a 2.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. So 32 damage total. I'm going to roll this guy's health. It will either be... It'll go up or down. And I will show you.
Goody.
I'll show you how much it was. Well, there you go. Post it in the chat. So he has 25 health, this guy. And he burns away into a crisp. Just ash goes along away into the wind and the rain. As you just hear a brief scream as he's engulfed in fire. And his skeleton just like clatters to the ground and then starts to disintegrate. Now we've got everyone's attention. There are multiple groups of soldiers now looking this way, hearing the screams. The other guard up on the other pillar is going to take a shot at this.
Can I distract him with prodigitation?
On the next turn, you'll be able to, but
we're in turns.
we're kind of going Lucy, so we need to give the guy a go. Yep.
And he was not affected by the
the
fiery
bridge is...
death of his friend.
No, the bridge is quite wide. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Attack on the elk.
As an elk, can I take the dodge action while moving, or I can't? As normal combat.
It'll slow you right down if you do that. Because at the moment, I assume you're sort of dashing each time.
Oh, right. Yeah. As in, like, action to dash, right? And move.
Yeah.
Right.
So he'll probably get another shot at you if you wanted to do that.
But that means if I'm double dashing, that means I'll be running at 100 feet per turn. All right.
Yep. So basically, it's going to be one shot before you jump into the river. But if you start dodging, he'll probably get a second shot.
All right. Cool. All right. I keep running.
All right. Here we go.
Oh wait! It hits 11.
How much health you got? You're on like 2 health or something.
I'm on 2 health. I'm on 2 health.
Who does it hit though?
He was going for the elk. Biggest target. Okay. Crossbow bolt comes flying down through the air.
Oh my god!
No way.
I'm on 1 HP. I make it.
Just grazes along the side of your body. It causes a bit of pain, but it doesn't even stick in. And you're able to run and leap and jump out into the river. And you crash down into the water. Are you going to stay in your form?
The question is, do I take damage while leaping into the water?
Nah, you're fine.
Then
well, I mean, actually, it probably is about 10 to 15 feet down. Falling into water counts as solid surface, so...
What is What is terminal velocity and surface tension in D&D?
Yeah.
In relation to a large creature,
I mean,
does
You,
know what?
might have a dwarf to land on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they say it was 10 to 15 feet. That's nothing. Jumping into water?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's jumping in
That's
the
like-
water, yeah.
Water's
3
probably
meters.
fine. It's normally a d6 per 10 feet, but that's when you're landing on solid. So I would say you're probably fine here. You're probably
And
fine.
you've got hoofs to break your entry into the water.
I got
I mean,
It's a big
the
belly.
high dive at the pool's probably higher than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you
Flowing
belly
water.
flop off a high
Oh, it's
diving
the
board,
water's the water's not still. It's flowing.
Nope,
Okay, yeah,
it's
that's-
flowing
yeah,
pretty fast.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I stay as is
Okay.
with my 1 HP.
right. And the dwarf.
Sure? You sure about that?
Yeah, no, it's easier to maneuver as a big creature,
Easy
large.
to hit you in the water.
Yeah, but we're going pretty quick.
All right. So what are you doing? Are you just going to try and swim to the other side? It's a wide river.
I was gonna try and swim diagonally, like along with the current to hit the other side.
Like swim down the river
it's-
diagonally?
Is
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is there another side? Like
it's
what
it's-
borders this
it's called-
river?
It's called a
assumed it
river.
was- Yeah, but I assumed a river in a city it's going to be bordered by stone. Like, can we just climb out?
Well, we'll see, I guess. Looking around, you don't see any immediate way that you could climb out because, 10 to 15 feet drop. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
My intent is to float out of the city, essentially.
Float out.
Oh man, I don't want to keep deleting your guys' drawings. Damn, it's like combined with that thing.
Oh,
Um,
that's alright, you can get rid of it. It was just that's where we're going.
okay, cool. Alrighty. So this is what I'm seeing. So you are bridges like this. You've just landed like here, and you want to swim like this to get to the other side.
Oh, not underneath the bridge. I want to.
Well, the water's flowing in this direction.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, we.
Did-
Nice, sir.
Wait, what?
I thought we jumped off the
Did-
right side.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was the right side because Donda blew up the
That's-
right side.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you ran and jumped this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. That's
Okay.
what I thought.
Cool.
So we've taken out one of the crossbolts.
Yeah, the closest
be
one to the
less-
yeah,
yeah.
less shots taken
Alright.
from the thing, so,
you've
it'd be
jumped this
further
way.
away.
Yep.
Yeah,
no,
so it
perfect.
would
you've
be-
landed there.
So it'd be further away from this one, and
Yep.
would have some sort of cover from the bridge and the tower.
Great. So we've splashed down in the water and we start swimming. Half movement speed while we're swimming, so you're going at 25 feet, unless you want to be dashing, so I guess that's sort of 50 feet. This river is it's sort of 3
Unless
to 4.
Donda swims on his own,
Mm.
which can be full speed.
You pull out your stool and use it like a paddle. And
I've got mariner's
You've-
hide armor.
You've got the mariner's armor, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Donda and the elk can actually swim at the same speed because
Okay.
because the elk has got twice the movement speed of Donda normally, so that's actually good. So yeah, you can Donda can jump off and his armor starts making him cut like a fish through the water, and you're barreling across. All right, guards start yelling, calling out, pointing in the direction. Some of them run down the bridge, get down to this side. Just as you're starting to get out of the range, I'm going to start giving them a few more attacks at both of you. At this point, it's probably still within 400 feet, so here we go.
Is it my turn yet?
since we are swimming, are we like sort of like prone in the water?
No, I don't think it quite counts like that. I don't think you can be prone in water, right?
Well, think about when you're doing freestyle, you're not standing, right? You're head first, right?
Hmm.
From the point of view of the elk, is its body underwater and its head up?
Wait, it's nighttime, so they have limited view range, don't they?
Yes,
It's dark,
gonna-
and the water is dark as well,
It's
right?
dark. They
And
don't
it's
have
and
lights on the
it's
towers.
and it's raining, and I'm
Yeah.
grey.
I'm still surprised they could hit you twice in the first place with that.
Oh, we're getting close to the bridge, but now that we're in dark water
Hmm.
and I'm camouflaged somewhat,
Yep.
and we're in darkness, and it's night and it's raining,
Okay. You know what? So there aren't any rules that say anything about being prone, but the fact that you're lying horizontally, I don't see why there'll be any differences if you're on a solid surface or under the water. So I'm happy for that to give disadvantage on attacks, and plus, as you rightly pointed out, it is dark, and these guys are just normal people, so they won't have dark vision. So attacks at disadvantage on the elk,
Miss.
on the dwarf. Oof. Okay, and let my thing go. Another one back on the elk. All
Miss.
right.
Oh wait, 10?
10
hits.
10 might hit. Okay. Well, you pop back into your form and you take this -1. So you take 7 damage to your main form. All right. You guys are now about, shall we say, a third of the way across the river, and you guys can take some actions if you like.
So don't Kai is human now, right?
Yep. He just bursts back into his
He's in
form.
form again.
Yeah.
How hurt are you?
I'm okay. I only took a graze. Not too bad.
Okay.
Except I've got arrows sticking out of my butt.
Are they still in your butt?
Yeah, well...
How did the transformation deal with the arrows?
Well, if they were in my elk butt, that'd be in my human butt, right?
Yeah, it's complicated, I guess. We'll say the last one that hit you is still sticking into your shoulder.
Yep.
Alright, I've got an arrow sticking out my shoulder, but I'm okay. Alright.
And my rope that was attached to your antlers is
It's probably all...
attached to you somewhere, I assume?
I've shrunken, actually, so... I'm medium now, so... I'm human size, so it's just like a weird sort of loose tangle that I can supposedly get out of since I'm in water.
I see.
Yeah. All right, what are we doing, guys? Got to make a decision, otherwise more arrows are coming your way.
I dive into the water,
Okay.
into the darkness of the water, and let the current take me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm following
So you're
underwater.
blasting down underwater. Great. Yeah. So I think at this case, I think they'll get one more round of shots because the underwater rules for arrows mean that you can't actually hit beyond your maximum distance, but you have disadvantage beyond your normal distance. So because you've just dived, I will give them another round of shots. But after that, you're basically going to be gone. So this is on Kai. Sorry, that was normal. Let me do once more for disadvantage.
Ah, it hits.
Okay, one hit on Kai. This one's on the dwarf. A miss, and then probably another one on the dwarf. Great. So one bolt manages to just hit and splash down through the water and hit you again, Kai, for 3 damage. All right, but now you guys are deep beneath the water and blasting across. Dondar starts rocketing ahead of Kai with his mariner's armor, speeding him forwards. You're now 2/3 of the way across the river. Any actions you guys want to take at this point?
Yes, while I'm swimming, I see 30 feet in front of me, and I misty step underwater.
All right. So Dondar's just starting to
What?
pull ahead of you, and then Kai vanishes and just appears right beside Dondar again. Excellent. So
Why
yeah,
didn't you misty step out of the water?
you probably
Where to?
yeah,
This river is like giant.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
but
you're
you
going
can
diagonally.
see. You can see the other side of the river.
Yeah,
could've gone there.
the river is further than 30 feet, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah, Misty Step's got a range.
How wide's the river?
It's like 300 or 400 feet wide.
Holy shit!
Big river, dude.
Wow.
This is the main river that cuts the continent.
This was not known to me when I jumped in.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
Oh wait,
Okay, so
I use it as my ability. I don't need a spell, so I can cast it once with that ability.
yeah,
Hold on, let me just refund my spell slot.
that's your
That's
starry
my
form, right?
my Fey touched. My Fey touched.
All right, cool.
All right. Yeah. Let's boost.
Sweet.
There's no
So
way
you're just
they
blasting.
Yeah. No way they
Okay.
can catch up. Well, what direction would the temple happen to be in?
the other direction, unfortunately.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, I mean, let me like just sort of sketch the map for you guys again.
I was trying to run the closest route to the temple.
Yeah.
I felt like we're getting further away.
We are definitely getting further away. So, if this is the
We're gonna have to go stay with Lenny.
yeah, if this is the sort of like the main city walls, here's the big river that comes down the middle.
Yeah.
Bridges like here. Bastion.
Yeah.
The keep. This is the temple, and this is the theatre, and these are like the main north-south ways. Well, not north-south, but you know.
Oh, so we only had to cross this bridge and then turn left, and we're
Correct,
going
yeah.
down river.
Yeah, well, you would
Okay.
have to go further along the causeway a little bit, quite far, like sort of 30 minutes or so. Like big ass. It's 30 minutes
Yeah.
between each of these.
And
ways.
only one bridge. I'm
One
not
big main
buying
bridge,
it.
yeah. So there are
The
dude,
congestion must be amazing.
well, it's a massive bridge, right? It's like 40 or so feet wide, 40, 50 feet wide,
Okay.
like sort of widthwise of the bridge. And to get across the river, they're not building multiple bridges spanning 400 feet wide across the river. There are little ferries that you could jump on during the day that will people sort of like ferry people
Can
back
we
and forth.
see any of those little ferries along the river?
Well, yeah.
nighttime.
So we'll see. Obviously, there won't be any running at this point because it's like midnight. However, as you're starting to float down the river, you do see up ahead of you, there is a little jetty on this side of the river. Shall we say 100 feet down. So as you're sort of angling across, you want to just keep rocketing down the water, which is potentially
So
a good thing because you don't want the guards to be able to catch up to you on the other side.
But we're still within crossbow range, assuming we
At
could
this
be
point,
seen,
you're
right?
out. So if you get across to the other side of the river, then you'll come back into range. But at this point, you're out of range of the bridge now.
What? You said it's like 300 or 400 feet wide, but we've only come 100 feet.
No, we were swimming and we were dashing,
So you're
like underwater.
you're swimming down the river this way.
and
Okay.
we're going with the current, so it's giving
Yeah.
us extra movement speed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
You're rocketing
So
down.
we're more than 400 meters feet away from the bridge.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay. So up ahead
Oh.
of you, you do see a jetty.
Let's go meet this jetty.
Yes.
Maybe she'll be kind to us.
Maybe there'll be guards on it.
Well, we'll see. You get
Then
to
I
the
will
jetty.
die in a blaze of fire.
Yeah. And there is like one of those little ladders that just pops down into water to allow fishermen and workers to get into the water and out if they have to. So you can pull yourselves up easily enough up onto the jetty and take stock of yourselves. Let's take a break here, eh?
yeah. let me. I need a drink.
Yep. That was full on. And we'll see what happens after that. It's going to be some rolls to see if the guards catch up to you or not. But hey, I love a bit of chaos, eh?
Damn, that was kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So, just a second.
Yeah.
Hey, Riv, can we backtrack a bit?
Sure. Yeah, so back in the beautiful warmth of the Green Griffins, you guys find yourselves sitting around the table with Rena and Vera, with a mug of ale, discussing whatever you like.
Oh, no, I don't drink.
Mug of water.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
just
say there was
steal
a...
cards?
You haven't said boo yet. You don't know they're gone.
Yeah, I don't.
Did you say there was a training yard back there?
You asking this to Rena?
Yeah.
Yeah, just back at the back of the building where your friends went out. Big courtyard. There's a few target dummies, the like.
There are lights back there, or is it pitch black?
It'll be dark at the moment, but you can set up some lights if you want.
Pouring rain as well.
Yeah.
Valorant, feel like sparring a bit? I could probably use the training and the practice.
I look out at the rain. Maybe in the morning.
Okay. I'll just go out there, see some archery targets, and just start shooting away.
The woman with the purple skin sort of speaks up as she overheard you say that. You're looking for a sparring partner this time of the night? Gosh, I could always use a bit of a stretch. You've intrigued me.
Sure.
She's gonna destroy you.
I was just looking for some time filler for us back at the Green Griffin Riv, but if you want to roleplay that,
It depends what you're looking to do. If it's like any specific training stuff, or if it's more just for like,
just generic, just background
Yeah.
stuff, so that our guys are doing something while all
Do
of this is happening.
I'm doing something. It's the mug of ale in my hand while I sit back in front of the fire and look out at the rain and shake my head.
having a great old time. Just imagining what the others are getting up to, eh?
Well, thanks for the offer. Maybe I'll just get some target practice in.
Oh, good. Well, just let me know if you have any change of mind.
You should go fishing.
Getting a bit bored, personally. Might just call it a night, to be honest. She just downs her her mug, and starts to head upstairs. All right, cool. Anything else, Rio?
No, I'll just go do some target practice then.
I look over at him and just like face palm.
Yeah.
Should have done some grappling training with Rio.
You're not here.
Okay, cool, guys. Let's be back in like 15 or so, eh? 15, 20?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right, cool. So
Nice pun.
let's pick up on the eastern shore of the river. You guys have just pulled yourselves up onto the jetty. The rain has picked up a bit more. It's a bit heavier than before, and so as you're looking up and you're pulling yourselves on top, rain is splashing and pouring down your face. Now, before we get started, I'd like to give you sort of jointly a DM's inspiration. I'll give it one of you to share between. Sorry, I'll give you one to share between you so you guys can kind of agree where you want to use it. Essentially, this means for any D20 roll that comes up for the rest of the session, you can roll it with advantage. And the reason is just because this has been absolutely wacky. You guys decided to pick an action and you made some incredible story content, so I'm rewarding you with inspiration. So
Awesome.
Just bear that in mind as we go forward. So here you are on the jetty. Start off with a perception check, please, both of you. Or one of you with advantage if you like.
Both roll.
Cool.
Sippy.
Holy shit,
Nice.
Donda, you see everything.
Yeah. However, more so than seeing is listening. In the distance, you can hear yelling voices and the sound of feet clattering coming in your direction. You hear shouts saying, where do they go? Keep an eye out for them. What are you guys doing?
I whispered Donda, quick, Donda, turn us invisible.
Us? What do you mean us?
Well, yourself, and I, you know where the temple is, right?
No.
Well, okay, in
I've
that
been there
case,
before.
alright, then you turn yourself invisible, I'll turn into a cat. A black cat. Black as a night.
I think I can turn myself and any creature within 10 feet of me invisible for 2d4 minutes
2d4.
with a dust of
Footsteps
disappearance.
getting
Yeah.
closer.
Should we do it?
Yeah,
How
let's
mu-
go. You go, I'll turn into a cat, because they're not going to attack a cat.
What? But you can be invisible. Whatever.
No, but you need to know where the temple is.
We've still got the rope attached between us.
Alright, let's do that. We'll go with that until 2d4 minutes. 2d4 minutes expire. Let's get away from these guys. Get away from here.
The footsteps are loud now.
Alright. Donda dusts us.
Motherfucker.
For a minute we are running.
You reach into
Wait,
the pouch and you toss the powder into the air. It lands on top of you. And just looking at each other, you see your vision, just the visage of each other just sort of melt away as the dust settles almost through your person and lands on the ground, and you are now invisible. Just as you see a face poke up over top of the wall above you, and the face just starts looking around, seeing for people. I'm going to roll a quick perception check. He doesn't see anything. However, what he does see is some water up there on the thing. Actually, it's raining. He doesn't see anything at all. He's like, nothing down here. Must be further on down the river. And the footsteps carry on further down.
Alright, I'd like to...
I
Yeah,
whisper, lead the way.
Alright, I'd like to try and stealth away from the sounds, from where the sounds are coming from,
Okay, cool.
towards the direction of the temple.
Yeah. So there are some steps, some stone steps that lead up from the jetty up onto the main pathway up along the side of the river. You've walked this pathway many times. It's the one that passes on through the river market, as you would have travelled down south towards River's Watch Tavern. So yeah, probably 20, 30 seconds or so for the soldiers to kid past. So you've probably got a bit over a minute of invisibility left. You can get up on top of the road, and where to? Are you making a beeline straight for the thing, or where are we heading?
To the nearest alleyway. Into the nearest alleyway to regroup.
Are we close to a tavern?
River's Watch is probably 10, 15 minutes to the south of you.
To an alley then.
Okay. You can dip into an alleyway. You have to go a little way further up the road, and then you can bump into an alleyway there. And just as you get along to the tail, to the end of the alley, you start to become visible again. And here you are, alone together in the alleyway, rain pouring on top. Apparently having avoided the guards for now, but they are out looking for you. What are we doing?
Oh, alright, I look over Donda. Are you hurt in any way?
Not that I remember.
Not that... Do you feel anything different? Bleeding? Cut? Arrows?
No. Do you? We should get those arrows out of your butt.
Yeah, alright, yeah.
Let's just break them off. So
Just break them off.
Yeah, why not? Cut them off then.
Can't I just...
Having a...
Can I just pull them out and then I'll cure wounds myself?
Yeah.
Just pull them out quick. Pull them out quick.
Alright. Need flour with blue thorns.
Just get... Wait. I get my obsidian... No, I've got my spear, right? And I put the spear between my mouth, in my mouth, and I bite down. Before he pulls them out.
Well, I'm pulling them out.
Alright, make it quick.
He wrenches. The first arrow pulls out. Blinding white pain pierces through your body, and you clench down your teeth. And similarly for the others, you pull them out one by one.
Others? I thought there were...
I think there were
three.
three.
There were three.
There was three.
Yeah.
One in the shoulder, two in each cheek. Alright, I cast cure wounds on myself.
Alright, go for it.
Alright, I'm full.
Oh, nice, good roll. Alrighty.
Ooh. I guess it would make sense to try and stealth our way to the temple. It's the opposite way of where everyone's looking for us. So
I'd like to, since it's... Do we hear any footsteps around us or any lights coming towards us?
Roll another perception check.
each?
Yeah, let's go each.
either
Go
or.
each.
Oh wait, tooltip. Fuck's sake. No. There we go.
Great.
I am now blind.
Yeah.
The rain is in your eye.
Rain splashing down. You're also like just a bit head spinning maybe a little bit from the blood and just like the open wounds of Kai that you just yanked out the arrows. However, Kai, you listen for a little bit and seem to be all good at the moment.
Alright, Donda, in that spell book of yours, do you have any spells that can turn us invisible? If not, we
No.
can... Okay, alright.
I have a potion that can turn one of us invisible for an hour.
Alright, let's keep that for later. I don't think we need that now. What can I do? What can I do? From here, this alleyway, I'm guessing we're like roughly like here-ish. I'm gonna ping on them. I can't ping.
Oh, you might need to do a quick reload.
Yeah, let me
What do you
reload.
ping?
You just hold down, you click on it, eh? And
Control?
also you need to set it
that's
to
not
like
working.
token selection, so top left button, token controls, and then you need to go into selection, and then you can ping. So you guys are probably like here.
Yeah, I was thinking about like there, in a side alley.
Mhm.
Alright, I'd like to pop my head outside and look, since I have dark vision for 120 feet, look down the main road that links to the side alley that links to the main road and see if there are any fire like torches between here and the high sept for 120 feet.
Yep. So you need to head further into the city to get to the Divine Way, because you're still like on the river's edge at the moment. Just looking
How
up.
wacky! How wacky is this city? Like, are there only horizontal roads that go between, or are there like back alleys? Like,
Yeah,
we don't
there
have to
are
go
streets everywhere.
across the Divine Way.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
There are streets everywhere, but the map I've just quickly sketched highlights the main highways. So there are like these main long branches that follow down the river, and there are streets intersecting everywhere. So you could cut directly across from where you are to get to the Divine Way.
Oh, I'm wondering if there's any parallel side roads that like link onto the main road, but we can just stealth through those and without needing to go onto the main road until we get to the high sept.
Yeah. So if you guys are here, where I've just drawn this cross,
Yeah.
you could go up along the river's edge to the bridge, and then onto the causeway, and then up along the Divine Way. Or alternatively, you could follow all these little side back streets and stuff like that to get over to the Divine Way here, and then scooch up this way. Or you could just get and do something like this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, but on this side.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to
On which
go
side?
to a main road.
Can you ping Donda? Where on which
I'm
side?
trying. It won't fucking let me.
I'll ping for you. You mean this side or
No.
or this side?
This side, yeah, that side.
This side between the bridge.
Oh,
Between the bridge,
you
we
still
just
have to-
we just jumped that bridge, which
is there
is
another
here.
main? There must be another main.
This is the main
Causeway.
road. That's the main causeway. This yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, yeah.
So we can scooch through here and then come parallel and go this way.
Yeah, that'd probably be safer.
Up to the high sept.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Excellent. So you can pick your way through these southern streets, so I need for this part. Actually, no, you're good down here, and I'll tell you why. Because at some point you're going to have to cross over the Divine Way, and as you kind of like get to there, and you quickly look up and down to scout it out, you'll recall when you first entered the city the other day, yesterday, actually, literally earlier today, when you entered the city, and you're coming along
Past midnight.
Potentially, it is potentially past midnight.
Yes,
now.
yesterday.
Yeah. This lower end of the Divine Way was barricaded. There was like all sorts of rubble and like carts and boxes.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
We talked about the blood on the ground.
There's a bit of blood on the ground. It looks like the people has sort of like barricaded off this lower part, and so you don't find much presence of the guards at all down here. They seem to be sort of leaving this part of town relatively unpatrolled, and so all good to cut across here. So you're out on this part, and now you're starting to head up Northway, and you finally get to the main causeway, and now you can look left and right, and you see guards patrolling along the main causeway. And so we'll pause here and see what you guys want to do.
Wait, main causeway. Where are we? Oh, are we here now? Here.
Yeah, you're about here, off on the side streets, just like kind of looking out at the causeway.
Yeah, we need and there's guards there. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, you can just, if you poke your head out, you can kind of see like further up and down there are just groups of guards.
Groups of guards. Okay, there's a lot. How wide is this causeway to the next alley between here and there?
This is the main causeway through the city. So this one is about 30 or 40 feet wide. Really big, allows traffic in both directions quite freely.
You can transform into a red cloak and walk me across.
I can't do that.
Oh.
I'm not adept as Rio is, or have the equipment as Valerian does, nor the charisma.
There.
Um,
Well, either we try and find a friendly tavern to spend the night. Given the Empire fucked over this end of town, that shouldn't be hard. Or
How many spells do you have left available to use?
All but one.
All but one.
Yeah.
You see this causeway here between here and there and the next alley? It's like less than 40 feet, say, right, Riv? We could, in theory,
Misty Step?
Misty Step twice. If we get on the roof of this building and then just...
Wouldn't even need to be on the roof. But,
yeah, we can Misty Step twice and just bypass this whole causeway, like, thing. As long as we can see where we're going.
Do you mean Misty Step like out into the air and then just go again?
Yeah, or not into the air. Like,
well, you said it was like 40 feet wide, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Misty Step 30 feet.
And then the Misty Step again. Into the next alley.
Well, I'd probably, I don't know, wander out for 5 feet. And then...
Just quickly dash and then go for it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's still raining, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visibility is going to be low.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the street lit?
Not like explicitly. There are the odd torch and sconce, but right where you are, we can say you can pick apart where it's not bright. Pick a place.
Yeah, let's try for that.
Okay. So you're just gonna like run out 5 feet and then Misty Step the rest of the way.
Well, I'm gonna walk calmly out. I don't know.
No, we're gonna try and stealth out 10 feet.
Okay.
And then Misty Step into the next thing. We're going to try and stick to
Like
the shadows.
Yeah,
In the cover of darkness and rain. Yeah.
Yep.
There's a way to fast-moving object attracts attention, so I just want to casually try and get as far as I can before mist surrounds me.
Yeah, I think you only need to go about 5 feet, and then 5-10 feet, and then you'll be good to kind of get to an alley on the other side.
Do you want us to do a stealth check for 5 feet?
Depends. Yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, then absolutely.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna try and stealth 5 feet out so they don't notice me.
So it's sort of like crouching down and just ducking across.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the cover of darkness and rain.
I was hoping you'd like pick up.
Is that can we have advantage if it's raining and dark, or like? Because I can see them because of my dark vision. Donda can see them because of dark vision, so we can stick to the darkest areas. Or just
roll a straight roll. I will do some stuff. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm rolling.
Yep.
Stealth.
Stealth.
We're just getting 5 feet out of the thing to Misty Step.
Okay. Not fantastic. And to be fair, you're just walking out into the main road. Like, it's kind of difficult to stealth, but you can kind of like crouch down, I guess, and try and make yourselves look a bit smaller.
Try and be casual.
Yeah. I was hoping you guys would like grab barrels or something and do the whole like lift the barrel up, walk across it.
Crazy.
Like the Pirates of the Caribbean shift or something.
Metal Gear style.
Like, if something like that will, they're gonna notice shit just rolling onto the road.
Yeah.
But this is what we're gonna do. So, the
Yep.
first check is gonna be if a guard even looks in this direction, because they aren't necessarily looking at this spot. So they need to roll really high here to even see if they were just glancing in your direction. You guys are fine. Or at least you think you're fine. You walk out 5-10 feet and Misty Step, both of you, poof, poof, and then appear in another alley on the other side.
Yes, I say bye-bye. And
Yeah.
that's
I
my
think you're
vocal.
fine.
I'm saying nothing.
Cool. And here you are.
It's vocal. The spell is vocal, dude. You have to say something.
What?
Yeah. It has
Oh, I haven't yet.
vocal
That way.
components.
Bye, Felicia.
All right, cool. So, you made it to the other side, and you're back in the alleyways. Just beelining it straight north.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
north.
Cool.
Like parallel to the main causeway.
Sweet. So, this is a patrolled area of the city, so we need one more roll. I will. One of you guys roll. You want high?
Do they patrol the back alleyways?
Yeah. I mean,
Did you do that?
this is why we roll, to see if one of them happened to be coming along here.
Right.
What do you want us to roll?
Just a d20, and you want high.
Just a d20. All right, go for it, Donda. You want to use
Now,
your?
do we have to tell you about inspiration before or after we do this?
Before. Actually, that's a good question. Vale, do you know? Let me crack over my...
What was that, sir?
Does DM Inspiration need to be announced before you use it?
Not as far as I'm aware. I think it's just a...
Yeah.
A lot of things
this,
don't, like
yeah.
smart and, battle master maneuvers and stuff, you can just tack them on. as
Yeah,
far as
like
I'm aware.
the luck feat, you don't have to
Yeah.
announce it before. We'll say in this instance that you don't need to announce it ahead of time if you like.
I think some things say that, like, you need to announce it, but before you don't need to announce it before you roll, but before you know the result of a roll. But most people just, because that's just bullshit. Most people just play it as is. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Here's actually. Here we go. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't really specify it.
I can hear physical dice rolling.
Actually, it does say spending your inspiration requires it gives you advantage on the roll. All good. All good. 14? Yeah, let me roll my dice now.
Remember, I am silent.
Okay, I got a 6.
So that's what that smell is.
Silent and deadly.
Okay. You seem to be able to mostly head up through this part of the city without any company. No one is out in the streets. You only see the odd light in the windows above. No soldiers. You do hear at one point a group of soldiers chattering out on the road some distance away. But back here in these alleys, you don't bump into any. And so you can carve your way through the city and eventually make your ways to the base of the hill that leads up to the high sept itself. And ascending the stairs. Let's say you get to the top, and unless there's anything, Kai, you wanted to shout out, I will describe what you see.
I like to crouch down and place my hands on my butt, and I cast Mending.
To my height or lower?
No. What are you talking about?
You're crouching down to my height or
Yeah,
lower?
yeah. Oh, to your height, yeah. And I cast Mending on my pants and my to heal the holes.
Cover up the holes?
Yeah.
Why is there a hole?
Why do you think there's a hole? You literally ripped
You weren't
arrows.
wearing pants on the elk. Why would there be a hole in the pants?
Well, there's arrows stuck in my buttocks that you pulled out. And how do you think that? How do you think the arrow got there?
Magic is weird. Clothes are weird when you shapeshift.
I just don't magically have arrows sticking out of my pants. Like, anyway, I mend my clothes while they're still on with my mending cantrip.
And that works fine. You can see the holes just start to cover over and knit together as if nothing had happened.
You know the dwarf has a needle and thread, right?
Yeah, but magic is better. Magic is faster. and it. Yes. So go on.
Before I describe what you see as you get to the top of the hill here, I'll just quickly throw to Valerian and Rio. Anything you guys wanted to be doing at this point? I appreciate that you guys are sort of just stuck chilling while this madness happens. Would you like to just sort of skip to the next day and you guys could pick up in the morning and do something, or are you guys happy just watching this unfold?
What could that? Sorry, I mean,
personally, I'm happy chilling. I'm fucked after the last couple of days of work, so I'm just enjoying the chaos.
Yeah, great. How about you, Rio?
Other people have a bit of a spotlight.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see if they die or not.
I'll do my best.
What would they have noticed? Like, because you said there were guards pretty close to the tavern that we busted through. with our clattering of hooves,
Hmm.
would they have noticed that commotion?
Would they have headed to the tavern to investigate?
Have we heard any of this, or is this all just too far away for us?
Yeah.
To think?
You probably would have heard the hooves, like galloping away from the Green Griffins initially, but after that you wouldn't have heard anything. It's too far. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, zero interest.
Okay.
I'm just out in the rain, getting drenched, just target practice.
Yeah. It's
What about after the fireball?
Yeah.
Like you said, the whole city woke up.
Yeah. Why don't we do this? Rio, roll a perception check.
Yeah, you got to hear stuff from a mile
Yeah.
away.
What are your elf ears here?
Well, don't you start?
Yeah. Lots of rain, so you wouldn't have heard the explosion.
Just the thunder.
Yeah.
Uh,
I kind of love
the elf can't hear that well then.
There's like a little bit of moonlight piercing through the clouds every now and then. We're coming up to a very bright full moon as we approach the solstice, and just Rio's out in the rain, hood up, just rain pouring down off the hood, shooting arrow after arrow into target dummies.
That can't
Who
be good
knows
for your
what's going through
bowstring.
his mind?
Terrible for your bowstring. You got to keep that dry.
I'm pretty sure he's oiled it well, so it's waterproof.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
I'm cozy by the fire, getting drunk.
And the Griffins, Vera and Kira, join you for that. So, over at the top of the hill, the base of the high sept, you can see the 7 large statues that sort of make a semicircle that almost like appear to be guarding the building itself, and the building itself behind it, a massive, one of the 4 colossal structures in the city. This one appears to be sort of like, imagine the Roman Colosseum, large, big circular building with a main arched entrance at the front, and the other sides curve around into the darkness. You don't see any people around. There's no citizens, there's no clerics, there's no priests here. There are a few soldiers wandering around and just sort of patrolling around the outside of the sept. And so I'll throw it back to you, Kai and Donda. What do you guys want to do?
I whispered to Donda, "Gotta be kidding me. Can't get away from these guys."
Thunder shrugs.
It
Why
is
would you
a
need to
city
guard a
under
temple?
law.
Sorry, Vale, what do you say?
I'm not here, but it is a city under martial law right now.
True. I'm just wondering why we have guards around the temple.
They're just guarding every access point in the city because everyone's supposed to be at home.
I'll ask you guys this. Anyone see Game of Thrones? Season 7?
Nope.
I did, but I can't remember.
Yeah. Just ponder what
It was just
happened
dragons.
when the religious folk of a city gain power.
Oh, I remember that bit. Okay, yes, I do. Oh, fuck. Okay. These guys.
Here we are, about to raise the heretics.
Alright. I stealthily peek up and try to count how many guards there are at the front
Okay.
of the high sept. It's my dark vision of a...
Yeah. You can wait a moment, and I did write this down. So you can see one captain, not a hand, just standard captain. You can tell by the slightly, more ornate pauldrons and the badges and stuff like that. And about 6 standard soldiers that are all just sort of, the captain is standing over there for a bit, and then he'll wander for a while around the back, and some of the other guards just sort of, walks up to one of the statues, just leans against it, and then wanders off the back. They're just sort of mingling around. You can kind of keep an eye on the patrol pattern, and you do find occasionally there might be, half a minute or so of time where you could potentially try and make a mad dash across, but yeah.
Okay, done.
Oh.
There's 6...
I mean, we can Misty Step again.
How far is it between here and there? Like,
Mm.
they're just patrolling the front, not the back? Or we don't...
From what you can see, that seems to be the case, yeah. Every now and then one of them might just sort of like wander around behind, but they seem to be clustered out the front.
Do they look tired since it's nighttime?
Yeah,
I look up at the sky. What's it like?
it's dark and rainy. Yeah, clouds. Every now and then you do see, the peak of the moon coming through, a break in the cloud over there and there. But yeah, it's pretty dark.
6 guards, 1 captain. Kill or
What do you think-
evade.
What do you think they do if I cast hideous laughter on the captain?
How close do you have to be to do that?
30 feet.
So they're gonna see you.
Oh, sorry. How much distance is there?
The courtyard before the entrance is probably a good 150 feet, maybe. You've got these
Why is
big
the city so
statues.
big?
Bro, this is the second largest city on the continent. Like second only to the capital. This is one of the ancient old cities, and the cities of old. And you're standing in front of one of the 4 colossal structures. You're standing
Definitely
beneath
blow it up.
7 massive statues of the gods. And these statues are forming a semicircle through a wide paved courtyard.
Are any of the statues dwarves?
No, unfortunately not.
It's gonna have to go.
Yep.
Alright, do you wanna... This is a big courtyard. We need to either get around these guys, or we kill them all.
And hope that no one hears.
Yeah.
At night in the rain, I feel like someone's gonna see.
Actually, I have an
City
idea.
on high alert. Okay.
I have an idea. I could temporarily blind them. Actually, let me see how much. What lights do I have prepared? Question.
Is this area lit? This
No.
large open space?
No, it is not. Only the torches that the odd guard seems to be holding and struggling to keep alight in the rain.
So their visibility is what, like
Pretty bad,
30
yeah.
feet?
About 20, I think, is the light
20 feet.
by a torch.
Okay.
Wait, you say torch?
Mm-hmm.
Can you snuff out that flame thunder? How far is your prestidigitation?
My prestidigitation.
Yeah.
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Yeah. Could use an unseen servant to do it. 60 feet.
Let's try and rack my brain for a plan. I could cast a fog cloud, a big fog cloud, and we run around the outskirts of the fog cloud really quickly and get around them, and hopefully don't bump into more guards. Thoughts?
Mm. To try casting a firebolt. See if they run towards it. Run towards where it hits.
Wouldn't that put them all on alert in a way?
Probably. I mean, it's a distraction to get inside. Whatever.
I could transform into a cat since that's small and draw their attention away with my meowing. Hopefully it does something, and then you can sneak past them and I'll be inside.
Would they just let a cat in anyway?
Maybe.
I mean, the people of this era, despite all these magical possibilities, don't seem to be too savvy about any of this.
True. Alright. Maybe the fog cloud is the way to go.
Yeah, maybe let's just do a fog in a dark corner and try and boost through.
Sure. Okay. Can I see monitor the guards for a moment to see when they're all sort of like grouped together?
Yeah. You're probably never going to get a time when they're all completely grouped up. What's the radius of fog cloud? It's pretty big, isn't it?
For first first level is 20 feet radius
Mhm.
and then additional 20 for each spell slot up. So if I cast it at third level, 60-foot sphere.
Yeah.
Is it radius or sphere? Let's see.
Um,
Oh, radius. Yeah,
Radius,
60-foot
yeah.
radius.
That would be a big. That would be
120.
yeah.
120 feet.
That'll be a big fog cloud.
Yeah, we can outskirt it, and they'll be running around blind in this big foggy thing.
Yeah, that would probably cover most of the courtyard.
Yeah, and we could get through pretty quick.
Would it cover the inside of the building?
I think
So
it's,
we'd be just running into the fog?
I think it's from where I can see, or where I choose to put it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I lick my index finger. Is it windy?
It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining. Nah.
Because I think a 10...
Yeah, there's probably a little bit of wind, but probably not enough to like blow your magical cloud away.
Yeah. Alright. I don't feel much wind. Alright, let's go with that.
All right.
I, for an opportune time, and I cast a level 3 fog cloud on these soldiers.
It doesn't actually make a sound, but I just wanted to do that. I guess you tell me how you make it. Is it sort of like a immediate, just kind of big explosion of cloud that just kind of immediately bursts out, or is it sort of like slowly come in?
It slowly, from the point of origin, so I am incantating, let's say, like, tier 3 magic, creation magic, fog cloud,
Yeah.
while doing my somatic whatever things, and it slowly gets foggier and foggier and foggier.
All right. It almost seems
As-
to seep up through the tiles and the stone.
Yeah, slowly, so they barely notice it. By the time they notice it, they can't see each other.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will have
And the
to.
torches make them even more blind.
Probably, yeah. So I will have to do a couple of perception checks because you are speaking, and
But I'm like 120 feet away.
what's the range of the spell?
120 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sweet. So yeah, you could probably like back up then and do it from quite far away. So all good. Okay. And how long does that last?
An hour of
Hour
concentration.
Amazing. So the fog just starts to seep up through the tiles. At first, it just sort of like coagulates around their feet. It gets thicker and denser, and soon it's up at waist level. And at this point, they start looking around like, and you hear a voice. Hey, where's all that fog coming from? I don't know. Is it usually like this? I don't know. Oh god, it's pretty cold, I guess. All right, well keep your eyes out. Oh god, I can't see anything now. At this point, the fog is raised up, and the you can barely see the lights of the torches peeking through the fog, but you can kind of just pick them out, which is quite good. It'll give you some sort of indication of where they are. All right, and now the fog has reached its main width and height. What are you doing?
Yeah, sneak in. As soon as they start, the commotion starts.
Yeah.
Start sneaking around these glowy, torches.
Yeah, amazing. Roll me, both of you, stealth with advantage, please.
Do I get even more advantage?
Finally. All right. Passive perception of these soldiers is 10, so you're very lucky, Kai.
Yeah.
You scuff your feet a little bit on one of the tiles, like one of the tiles is maybe a little bit loose, and you hear like a quick grinding of stone as you're sneaking along. Dondar is like a whisper. That dwarf, he can move silently when he needs to, apparently. And just together, you can. Are you circling the sort of the outside radius of the fog cloud?
Yeah.
Great. So you can kind of circle your way around, keeping your eyes on where the torches are shining through the fog. You can hear the soldiers like calling out to each other, "What the hell's going on? Get out there and try and see what's happening." And you hear some footsteps running down to the front of the steps where you just were moments before. And yeah, so you can make your radius and get to the entrance. The entrance itself is also smothered in fog. And ahead of you, the large double-sided doors, ornate wood, steel handles.
hope it's not locked.
Let's try while I keep my eye out on any lights towards us.
Yeah. So you reach out, try the door. Okay. Unfortunately, you're actually fine because the door is not locked. You reach out and grab it, and while it's a little bit stiff, it does start to open, and that's good. So no.
Hey yo.
Hello?
Hey yo. No, never mind.
A bit stiff, but it's opening.
Yeah. The door opens. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering about hinge mechanics now. Nah, screw it. You're fine. The door's
How far
squeak a
is the
little
door away from the thing?
from
the
the
guard?
soldiers? Yeah,
Yeah.
like probably. I mean, the closest one might be 40 or 50 feet away. Even if there was a noise, it's probably not even that necessarily suspicious because maybe someone was opening a window above or something. I don't know. But the door makes a little squeak. You enter and you find yourself inside the building. Kai, this is a familiar building to you because you were here a number of days ago. And for yourself, Donda, this is the first time you've been inside. So the interior is very dimly lit. You can see candles that are providing the only dim light here that are sort of stacked up and placed around altars. The main room that you're in now is it's a room that surrounds the entire circular outside portion of the building. So imagine like the outside of the outside line of the circle. The room is maybe 15, 20 feet wide, and it just completely surrounds the circumference of the circular building. And around the building, you can see there are like little altars here and there, just spread out, and there are these candles stacked up around them. There are large archways on the inside wall of the circular room, 7 to be in fact, inside there are actually a few people now. You can see people in priestly robes just tending to some of the altars, lighting a few torches, occasionally just kneeling down, praying. But here you are inside.
Oh, it's raining. We have veils. So, all right.
Let the heresy begin.
I try to slowly close the door behind me. As we enter.
Okay. Just roll me another stealth check, please, as you close it. I guess the guards are kind of alerted because the fog is quite unusual. Yeah.
They also can't see the door.
They can't, but they can hear it. So if there was a noise, they might go to investigate.
I take my time.
Yeah, you take your time. This is good. You close it nicely, and so you're okay. Cool. And so now that you're inside, what would you like to do?
Do we notice any, let's say, civilians other than priests taking refuge in the temple?
There are absolutely no civilians here.
That is fine.
At least from what you can see, yeah.
I'd like to walk up to the closest, what is it, priest? Or...
Yeah, there's a female cleric here who's just currently kneeling in front of an altar. And they've just got like a loose hood just lightly up on top of their sort of mousy blonde brown hair. And you step up behind them, and as they notice you, they kind of get a bit of a startle. Oh goodness, I wasn't expecting to see you. How on earth did you get in? What are you doing? But you have to be careful that if the guards see you, they will. I don't even want to imagine what they'll do. Come on, quickly! And she like pulls you over to the side into like an alcove to try and keep you hidden. She like peeks her head out just to see. Like sometimes they come inside and they have a look around, and just make sure there aren't any people hiding away in here. You have to go. You can't stay.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
Why is the temple under such strong military
Well, I mean, during the day, people are fine to come and go as long as they aren't in large groups. I'm not sure if you've heard about the curfew and the restrictions that have been put in place. The guards are stopping any gatherings of larger than 5 or 6 people, and at nighttime, absolutely no one is allowed out in the city. They regularly check inside the temple here to make sure that there aren't people hiding and gathering away and trying to do who knows what. But
I see.
temple is not the refuge it once was, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate. Do you know if the high priest Aldi is here?
Yeah, I believe he's in. I think he's sleeping at the moment.
Do you mind waking him up? Tell him an important person or persons are here to see.
Okay. Please roll me a persuasion check, Kai.
Can I say, tell him Kai, the touched one, has come.
Okay. She raises an eyebrow at that, but doesn't ask any further.
I'll roll persuasion.
I will need their persuasion. Ooh, we're rolling good. Do you want to use your inspiration?
Nah.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Wait, did I roll stealth? No. Yeah, that's fine.
Good stuff.
Okay. She kind of like just looks at you. What do you mean by touched one? Actually, you know what?
I just give her a cheeky
At this
grin.
point, I probably don't want to know. Just
You'll find out sooner or later.
I'll go and see if I can wake him. Just stay hidden, please. I don't want any more trouble from the soldiers. Here, look, just come over to this one. This one's a bit further away from the main entrance. And she pulls you further around. Just around sort of, I guess, counterclockwise. And funnily enough, the alcove that she pulls you into. Give me 1 second. The alcove that she pulls you into has an altar and a statue bearing the resemblance of none other than Alaris Moonsong.
This guy.
The god of the moon.
Awesome. I quickly take off my right glove and I show her my my saloon symbol on my hand.
She like reaches out and grabs it.
You'll know what I mean.
I think I better go and get Aldia. Okay, just stay right here, please. And she starts quickly, hastily wandering back down around the outside of the entrance. Of the temple.
I glove back.
Okay.
And whispers, she thinks you're touched in the head.
Yeah, well, you do what you gotta do.
Aldia took you to this altar, or I think you might have come and seen this altar yourself. So again,
Yeah.
I'll just describe it like Alaris Moonsong. He's got like long silver hair. I guess it's difficult to tell that from the statue. Elven appearance. He's got very pointy elven ears. And down in front of the altar is a display cabinet, like I mentioned last time. There is a like plush sort of fabric, velvety sort of cushions and stuff in there. And that gemstone that I mentioned is just there underneath the glass. Looks like sort of a whitish sort of stone. Actually, roll a perception check for me, Kai.
Well, I've seen it before.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm not sure how you investigated or saw last time, if you were paying much attention, but I'll just mention on a 23, just looking at this stone, it looks remarkably similar to the one that you've got in your bag.
Yep, I remember exactly.
All right, cool.
That is very, very similar. I just popped out, showed Donna, remember when we got this in the Goblin Cave? Same thing.
All right. 10 minutes go by.
How can it be there if it's in your bag?
They're two different stones.
The one in your hand starts to disappear. 10 minutes go by also, and you start hearing footsteps approach again. The woman, and also now accompanied by Oldir. Ancient man, slightly hunched over, long, wispy white beard. Let me pull him open. Yeah. All right.
15 guys with him. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Aldi is a red cloak.
Some rats are gonna die today.
Yeah. Leaning on a cane. He's got his half moon spectacles down low on his nose. And he's kind of like coming along. He looks a bit tired, to be honest. Oh, goodness gracious, this time of the night. Oh, it is you. Interesting. What brings you back to the temple at this time of the night, young man? I thought that when we last spoke, I was pretty clear on what I was expecting from you.
I apologize. I'm so sorry to have woken you in this ungodly hour. But there are pressing matters. The city is in turmoil. What is happening at the temple?
Well, unfortunately, when the restrictions went into place after the people started rebelling, the soldiers came and just ensured that people were cleared out at sundown, and inside people are no longer able to assemble in the main chamber in groups of, they try and keep people separate, small groups, so we can't pack it full as we would normally do. And even around these outside altars, they try and separate everyone. It's not the nicest for the people anymore, but we do what we can. We're trying to just, hang under the radar. What is a radar? Who knows? Yes, it's been a bit of a trying time these last few days, but faith is allowing us to pull through.
With the same faith, we were able to sneak in with some fog and cloud. Is there any about people? How many priests, clerics, paladins does this High Sept house?
Oh gosh, well, there's no paladins at the moment. There's a few dozen priests. What do you mean, not yet? There's a few dozen priests usually at attendance at any given time.
Do they live on site?
Some do, some don't.
Okay. So currently, as of tonight, how many say clergy, sisters, priests, and the total of a dozen?
Grab your mic and shove it into your mouth, dude. You were just starting to dip again, unfortunately.
No. I was thinking and talking. Sorry, it is pretty close. I was asking how many personnel do they have on site for the High Sept?
Oh, looks up.
As of tonight.
He looks back at the girl. Oh, what do you reckon, Lara? There's probably 20 or so. Why do you ask?
20,000.
20 or so.
All right, High Sept, biggest church, biggest sept in the thing, 20 personnel. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Reason I ask
city's pretty weird at the moment.
Is I'm trying to convince you that the greater god Saloon is of great importance.
I'm sorry. Lara, do you mind excusing us, please? Of course. What do you mean? Are you sure you don't need me to, I'm not necessarily comfortable leaving you with these strangers, old dear. It's fine. I've met this man before, and I don't think he will harm me. Please, just go and see to the others, and just let them know that there are potentially some strange happenings. Go on, it'll be right, dear. All right, if you're sure. She starts wandering away. He takes a step forward towards you. Young man, you must be very careful what you say. What you're saying is heresy here. Not everyone is aware of what we spoke about last time.
That is true. Well, let me explain to you. I'd like the goddess has empowered me to bless people to be able to worship. I don't know. How would I say it? Let me just link ceremony to the thing.
The goddess has taught me ceremony. Ah, yes, I know the ceremony spell.
I'm not casting, I'm just linking it, or trying to link it.
All good.
Alright, the goddess has allowed me to cast a ceremony in order to for people to atone and attune to a true god. I would like to offer this as a gift to the High Sept at my cost to provide atonement to anyone willing. The people have to be willing to align with a true goddess.
He is silent for a few moments. I have a couple of questions for you. 3,
Speak.
in fact. Firstly, after thousands of years, why do you think now is the right time to do this? And why do you think that I should expose my clerics, the people that look up to me, to such a revelation, especially in these trying times? Second question is, given what I know about you, how can I be sure that the right goddess would appear, and is not, in fact, the other one would appear? Third question. Show me.
Show you what? I'll answer the third question. I'll
Show me
try
the
to.
stars.
Show me. Okay. Okay, sure. I go and activate my Twilight Sanctuary.
You mean your starry form, right?
Does Twilight Sanctuary do? Don't I glow as well with that?
I'm not sure. It might be part of the starry form. I mean, all good. You can say that you do it that way if you like. I just thought that you might need to blast a wild shape for it technically.
I can. I have 2 wild shapes.
Yeah.
I've already spent 1, so
Yeah.
yeah. If you want me to go into, I will go into the what is it? Yeah, I'll go into the chalice starry form. That's fine. I'll have no more wild shapes unless I rest a short rest.
Yeah. So the starry
Dondar
symbols...
takes out his stool and sits down with a sigh, muttering. He always does this.
Yeah. Dondar, having been seeing this many times before, the stars first start to roll up from your hands from the symbol, spread and stretch up. You probably will have to like pull back your cloaks or something to show.
My gloves?
Yeah, like maybe like pull off one of your shoulders or something like that and expose your chest, because otherwise everything will be all cooped up.
All right.
But the symbols and the lines connecting these stars sort of gather all over your body. Some of them start to come up onto your face a little bit, one in the middle of your forehead. Half of them on one half of your body are black and the other half are light. Aldir steps forward and has a look and reaches out a hand and just like, do you mind?
I don't mind, as long as you don't do any funny stuff.
No, of course. I just want to see any... just pulls, just exposes your chest a little bit to see over the other side. Currently, the black stars are consuming more than half of your body. They're starting to stretch down your other shoulder and down the other side. And he steps back and just shakes his head. Young man, we spoke about this. It appears that you've been following the other one's instructions. How
Not
can I
quite.
trust you if you are starting to walk in the path of darkness?
What is darkness without light?
Indeed. And so therefore you should walk the path of light.
I am trying, but the Empire does not allow us to, which is why we need to cast the ceremony tonight to empower your clerics in the power of the moonlight. It is a full moon, or close to a full moon tonight, so I'm sure, with great certainty, that the true goddess shall appear.
Make no mistake, they are both as true as each other. Just as you are standing here before me, they are both as true, as evidenced by what we see in front of us.
Well,
You ask for something impossible, and this brings me no confidence in your true intentions. The stars explain themselves on your very body. You talk about the darkness of the Empire. We don't fight back against darkness with more darkness. We need to fight back with redemption and healing. That is the true path of Selûne. And he says that word. He almost like chokes himself. It's heresy for the high priests of the chapel to speak of one of the other gods. But nonetheless, he carries on.
well, if you want redemption, you should redeem yourself in front of the true gods. See all this? I point to all these statues, all these false gods. How can you live like this all this time?
Young man, you're very bold to come here and assume to know anything about my relationship with the gods. You think these are false gods? How do the people who worship them get their power if they're false?
From the true gods that they once worshipped.
So
They are just...
you don't think these are real? You don't think they exist at all?
They exist. You could call them more so lesser gods.
Oh, I do hope one day you meet one of these lesser gods. And, well, that would be an interesting conversation. Look, what you asked for is wholly impossible, I'm afraid, given your current state. However, I will give you a chance at redemption, funnily enough. Have you been informed of Selûne's path? Has she spoken to you of this yet?
Not yet. I've been busy doing some missions with the Green Griffin. She has not appeared to me for a while now.
Yeah, you might question why that is the case. But anyway, if what is happening is what I believe is happening, then I do believe indeed you are Selûne's chosen. Potentially. Of course, there is this other complication. Her sister appears to have gotten her claws into you and be causing some mischief, trying to steer you in a different direction, but the path of the chosen is one that is laid out in the history books that only people like myself and others high in the order are aware of. When we last spoke, I dug up one of such books and did a bit of research. The path of Selûne is as follows, if you don't mind me explaining. And he kind of looks up and tries to recall for a moment. When great evil gathers in the world, Selûne will choose a mortal to help swing the balance of life, of light and shadow, bestowing upon them great power. Selûne's chosen must wander the world and bring redemption to those that have fallen to darkness. Selûne's chosen must wander the world and heal those who have fallen to illness and pain. Selûne's chosen must wander the world and leave light and hope in their path. Then, gather the 3 stones of the moon, and the celestial cavern will reveal itself. Selûne's chosen will enter, and her champion will emerge.
Well, I guess 2/3 of this thing has almost been completed, and I put my hand into my pack and I pull out a moonstone.
He startles visibly. What? Unbelievable. So it is true. Oh, you must be. Oh, this is both terrifying and exciting at the same time. This, oh goodness. He puts a hand up to the wall to steady himself. The times must indeed be even darker than I imagined. There must be great evil at the moment that potentially none of us are even aware of. Do you mind? He reaches out to inspect the stone.
Sure. I pass it to him gently.
Yeah, he just holds it up and rolls it over in his hand a few times and looks at it. Fascinating. And this just came to you?
Yes, it just came to me. Once I obtained it, I think around about that time is when Seluna came to me in a vision.
There may still be hope yet then. She apparently hasn't given up on you just yet. And so therefore, I will not either. Return to me when you've walked the light, when you have walked her path, and this, he gestures to the stars on your chest, and this is brighter and belies a more promising future. And then we can talk about your potential attempts at heresy, but tonight I cannot abide by such things, especially given what's going on. I couldn't even begin to imagine what one of the soldiers would do were they to come across such a thing. But, as I said, walk the path. Allow her to guide you. Help those around you. And I believe you will be able to shake off the darkness of the Dark Sisters' hold on you.
I will try.
Excellent. Well, I can't say that I'm not excited, but this is also grave news. Keep your ears and eyes open as you travel the land. There must be great evil, greater even potentially than the Empire itself.
I'm not too certain about that. The Empress that rules this empire seems to never age. So she may be either with aiding the Great Darkness, or is the Great Darkness scourging this land.
Some of us have wondered about her. Be she some magics, or maybe she is some descendant of elven kind. It's tough to tell, but indeed, that is a curious one. Never met her personally. She hasn't found time to come this part of the land very often. But anyway. Oh boy. Well, I guess, would you like to stay the rest of the night here in the temple?
Yes.
I imagine you had a bit of an ordeal getting across the city tonight.
It was sure difficult getting here.
All right, very well. Well, follow me. I'll show you to some quarters. And he starts wandering on down the hallway.
Alright, and we follow him and retire for the night.
Cool. Dondar, anything you would like to do that evening before going to sleep?
I'm dead beat. I just want to sleep.
Okay. You find rudimentary beds in a shared chamber that there are already a few other clerics sleeping in, and you can rest. All right, and the storm blows over. You hear the rain start to stop over the night, and morning will dawn. That feels like a reasonable time to break, unless Vale and Rio, would you guys like to do anything in the morning first thing, or would you like to just pick that up next time?
Do you want to check your SMSs?
I'm good either way.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy to call it there for a bit.
All right, cool. Do you want to check the stones or go and?
Oh, I would have been sitting on them all night. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you do find a message come through sometime in the morning. So we can do that now, or we can do that next time if you like. And then I guess there's also like the whole Fur and Fang Chimera stuff. And
Yep.
but yeah, why don't we just pause there then, and we'll yeah, we can do that next time. All
Sounds
good? All right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I'm sorry, I guess Vale and JC for yeah, a bit of a backseat session, but I guess yeah.
It all balances out. There's been some sessions where it's been real heavy on us. So.
Cool. Okay, sweet. Well, I have to say that was a wild ride. God.
Man, so many guards. Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what you guys were expecting to be like.
I was expecting, we're just gonna like breeze through this and
Little
just
wander through
ride.
the city.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, you want to go out where the guards are all running around and you're an elf? No. Hey, stay here.
I was not expecting that many guards, or that we would be a large help.
People keep forgetting that how long it takes to get across this city as well.
big
This
city.
isn't like a town you blitz across in half an hour. It's like hours.
Also,
Yeah.
your initial plan of, let's just be a giant spider climbing across rooftops. Yeah, like the guards won't notice that.
No, I was like,
Anyone won't notice that.
I was
At
thinking,
night in the rain? Come on.
yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be night, and if I was like on rooftops and sticking to the shadows, I could just like climb on by, and if there was a bridge, I'd just climb underneath the bridge and scoot around it.
Yeah, it probably would have been all right. I guess it probably would have taken quite a while. But yeah, getting to the main river would have possibly been a challenge getting across. No, good times. I mean, dude, like that one damage roll.
I know, right?
Holy shit! This would have been a completely different session if there had been 2 damage.
I know.
Yeah, here's 2 new character
Yeah,
sheets.
like potentially, literally, you guys might have just died.
I don't think so. Even if I transformed back, it would have been fog cloud out, and then misty step away.
Yeah, potentially. But,
It
yeah.
depends how many crossbow bolts get put in you while you go.
There are a lot of guards.
Was this the same town that we fought the fire demon things in?
Fire elementals, yeah.
Correct.
So they're going to be pretty sus that there were fireballs there and there were
yeah.
fireballs here.
If they caught you, there would have been questions. Yeah. Ah, cool. Oh, that was fun. I'm like, super stoked that you guys just had a bit of fun. You guys were playing D&D. This was some D&D ass D&D tonight. So good news. And, you didn't end up using the DM inspiration, so but that's all good. Like, I absolutely love it when you guys do that sort of thing, and we'll look to reward such things again. Kai, the whole
Inspiration's one of those things. I've never played in games with DMs that use it a lot. I think a lot of people forget that it's a thing that can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, I always forget it as well. I've got a note right here. If you can see on the stream at some point, I've got a note with heaps of stuff to just remember, and inspiration I wrote down tonight, just in case something wacky happened. So yeah, yeah, good times. Kai, the whole ceremony thing, like potentially not the outcome you're looking for, but I think,
but
yeah,
there's
have
another.
to be realistic to the environment. There's no chance. There's no chance that was going to happen, especially tonight, like given the current circumstances. But
I was shooting for the moon,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
got now I've got
Hey!
now I've got extra story to
Yeah.
like go find this other stone.
yeah, no, it's good. He's set you on the path, or at least helped you in a way, because apparently the goddess herself hasn't been able to. So he's helped you along the path. So yeah, you do have something else to consider now.
I think what you asked of him, you're very lucky he didn't put his hand on your shoulder, lean in, and then stab the fuck out of you.
Yep, or what, like necrotic touch or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
I was waiting for like inflict wounds at
Yeah.
9th level kind of thing.
yeah.
It would be the last thing he ever did.
I think the thing he just had in the back of his mind was like, what if, because he's heard stories of the chosen of the gods, and he's like, what if this is the one, you know? And he just wanted to check it, and well, holding up that stone, it certainly convinced him. But yeah, gosh, you got to get your gods under control, Kai. I guess it's a bit metagamey, and a bit above the table. I've been keeping a list of most of your actions to determine good and bad actions.
The naughty nice list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of naughty stuff lately,
You've
but
been
yeah.
doing naughty stuff, yeah.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
I guess I'm too pagan.
Yeah. Cool. All right, sweet, awesome, fun times. I'll let you guys go. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend.
Ugh.
And we have another session tomorrow. No?
Yeah. Nah. Be not. Yeah. Well, I'll try to get the.
I'm
calendar.
free tomorrow night. Just saying.
I think I'm rock climbing tomorrow, but I will. I'll get the Google Sheets calendar updated as soon as possible because the next few weeks are probably going to be pretty tricky over the Christmas period. But we'll see what we can do. Hope for the best. And if it just ends up being a month or so until after New Year's, that's fine as well. We can happy to play whenever we can. Let's not stress too much about it. Yeah. Cool. Sweet.
Awesome.
Nice one. Cheers, guys.
Again.